setting the stage here for our jazz band. Again, I just want to thank you for being here and welcome you to Citizen High School for our high school band concert. I'm Dr. Nick Salvio. I'm fortunate to be able to be here tonight and share some beautiful music that our students have been working on all semester. Please take a moment to silence your cell phones and make sure that their hard work can be heard uninterrupted. And if you could wait until between performances to enter or leave the auditorium, that would be greatly appreciated. Also, if someone back there wants to close the door. Back there? Anyway. There you go. Thank you, bud. It was over here, right? That's fine. Thanks. I'm going to use this now. Great. Thank you very much. This is, as I said, the CHS Jazz Band. It's an extracurricular group that meets once per week and studies the various facets of jazz music and improvisation. We'll be performing 4 pieces of music for you this evening, and each solo that you hear performed is fully improvised, or as I like to be more accurate, spontaneously composed. You just heard Bag's Groove, a standard 12-bar blues written by Milt Jackson. It featured Robert Jacob, Deshaun Miller, Jamia Massenberg, Jared Lorenzo, Kyle Shomitz, and Rose Carroll, all improvised solos. So let's hear it for them. Our next tune will be the Blues Brothers classic, Soul Man. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you again. That last tune was called Likely Suspect, composed by Jeff Jarvis. It featured Robert Jacob on tenor saxophone. Jazz Band will conclude their portion of the concert with Moon Dance by Van Morrison, featuring Peyton Sarzasti on vocals. It will also include solos by Jules Vargas Melendez on flute and Kyle Shomitz on trumpet. And we hope you've enjoyed the CHS Jazz Band.
A fantabulous night to make romance 'neath the cover of October. October skies, and all the leaves in the trees are falling to the sound of the breezes that blow. You know I'm trying to please to the calling of your heartstrings that play soft and low. You know the night's magic seems to whisper and hush. You know the soft moonlight seems to shine in your blush. Oh, can I just have one more moon dance with you, my love? Oh, can I just have one more romance with you, my love?
Thank you again. This is the Cinnaminson High School Concert Band. This is our curricular instrumental course at CHS. You'll notice I read everything off a script. I'm not good at winging it. Which means every day to work on pieces of various musical styles and genres. Excuse me. It's a workout. You just heard The Maelstrom by Robert W. Smith. The next two pieces of music are our student choice pieces for the year. First, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, featuring Pedro D'Souza on alto saxophone and Colin Donovan on trumpet. Next, after that, will be our senior choice, which honestly surprised me, the beautiful Air for Band. We hope you enjoy. Our next selections will bring you to a faster and more chaotic places. First, the Danny Elfman song known around the world, the theme to The Simpsons. After this, we'll perform Randall Standridge's Fracas, a chaotic love letter to horn bands and jazz musicians, including Earth, Wind & Fire, Blood, Sweat & Tears, Buddy Rich, Bill Chase, and Stan Kenton. Featuring our mighty percussion section, the program notes for this piece instruct us, do not play this safe or politely. If your only concern is creating a beautiful pyramidic sound, this piece is not for you. It's called Fracas, for goodness sake. We hope you enjoy.
For a final piece of the evening, I'd like to invite any Smithson alumni who'd like to join us for our final selection to please come on up to the stage and feel free to join us. In the interim, I would like to take this time to acknowledge our students who were selected for honors ensembles this year as a part of our Western Burlington County Honor Band. Please help me in welcoming and congratulating the following students, and please rise/wave from the back as I call your name. Sorry. Whew. That's a quick one. Rose Carroll, Emily Herbert. Yeah, stand up. Yep, there you go. Madison Mosey, Jules Vargas Melendez. Stay standing, yeah. Taylor Waite, Robert Jacob, Ethan Schreier, Deshaun Miller, Kyle Shomitz, Ben Jacob, Maggie Guinan, Carrie Paseric, and Jared Lorenzo. All right, you can sit now, it's fine. For our final selection of the evening, I'd like to take a moment to recognize our graduating seniors and their accomplishments in music throughout their time at CHS. I've been lucky enough to know many of this superb group of humans for the last 7 years. They are, many of them, my first batch of 6th graders when I started at CMS. I've had the pleasure of watching them grow, seeing them succeed, and was fortunate enough to get a few more years with them before they go off to their next great adventure. I'm proud of the outstanding musicians and people they've become and can't wait to see what's next for them. Each concert band member will receive a certificate and a pin commemorating their time here at the Cinnaminson High School Concert Band. Hey, as I call your name, please come on down, grab what Mr. Bacon's going to give you, and just hang tight up front. As part of the CHS Concert Band for 4 years, the Cinnaminson High School Marching Band and Jazz Band, Western County Burlington Honor Band, Pit Orchestra, and Pep Band, Rose Carroll. Rose is a bright, passionate young musician who will be attending Franklin and Marshall in the fall for pre-med. As part of the CHS Concert Band for 1 year, Sarah Delgado. Sarah first started playing the saxophone this year, but you would never know it for all the work she's put in. She's been down here grinding several times a week, really working on that instrument for her first horn, and we've been really proud of her. As part of the CHS Concert Band for 4 years, as well as the Jazz Band, Marching Band, and Western Burlington County Honor Band, Colin Donovan. Sorry, I lost my thread here. Colin has grown enormously in the time I've known him and is always on hand to help out for our department activities. Colin will be joining the workforce after graduation, and we're very excited to see him continue to go on and do great things. As part of the CHS Concert Band for 4 years, as well as the Jazz Band, Marching Band, and Indoor Drumline, Ryan Driscoll. When I asked our senior survey if there was anything that they thought we should know, Ryan typed out the entirety of the lyrics to the 1987 CBS Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles theme song. He also mentioned that he found my LinkedIn and that it still says that I teach in West Hampton and that I should update it. Yeah, you submitted too. I will absolutely miss Ryan. As part of the CHS Concert Band for 1 year, Ava Lusk. Ava's a brilliant artist whose work is featured in the lobby right now, as a matter of fact. One of my band members at Cinnaminson Middle School, and I've been working hard to get her back in the band each year since I came here, and this year I finally succeeded. Now we just have to work on Carl. We'll get there. Are you out there, buddy? Anyway. As part of the CHS Concert Band for 1 year, Buki Mustafa. Buki is often featured on our Cinnaminson School television programming, and she decided to try her hand for the first time at instrumental music this year. We're so very glad that she did. As part of the CHS Concert Band for 3 years, as well as being involved in the CHS Choir and the school musical, Timmy O'Connor. Timmy's very talented, respectful, and hardworking. He also mentioned on his survey that he can do a backflip, which I find exceptionally impressive, especially at his height. It's a lot of leg to move, man. Good for you. Just right out the front, no. As part of the CHS Concert Band for 2 years, as well as the Jazz Band, Pit Orchestra, Marching Band, and Indoor Drumline, we have Gail Reed. It's apparently eternally Gail's birthday. Every time I'm reminded that Gail's only been in the program for 2 years, I'm shocked, just saying it. He's always the first to volunteer to help out, no matter the task. Also, apparently, you can hear a blue whale's heartbeat from over 2 miles away. Neat. I was on their senior survey. Listen, I just write what they tell me to write. I don't know. As part of the CHS Concert Band for 4 years, as well as the jazz band, marching band, indoor drumline, pit orchestra, Jules Vargas Melendez. Jules is a multi-instrumentalist, always wanting to learn something new. She specifically requested that I not say the things she mentioned in her survey, and I'm a nice guy, but I'm not that nice. Just know that she used the word skibbity at least once. Yeah, that one. As part of the CHS Concert Band for 3 years, as well as the Jazz Band and Western Burlington County Honor Band, we have Taylor Waite. Taylor's been in the band since 6th grade and came to me last year with the tragic news that she couldn't fit band in her schedule for her junior year. And I was so very happy when she came back for her senior year, as I just would not have felt right without her. Let's have a round of applause for our seniors. We can find our seats now, folks. Go ahead and have your seats, seniors. Finally, I have the honor to distribute 3 awards this evening. First is I'll distribute the Leonard Bernstein Award, which was actually awarded at our choir concert last week, which honors a student whose musical contributions, dedications, and creativity set them apart as deserving of the highest recognition for their achievements. Mr. Bacon and I have the honor and had the honor this past week of presenting the Bernstein Award this year to Timmy O'Connor. We also have the Louis Armstrong Jazz Award, which is given to a graduating senior for musical achievement and dedication to the program over their time at CHS. This year, the Louis Armstrong Jazz Award goes to Jules Vargas Melendez. And finally, we have the John Philip Sousa Award, which is given to a graduating senior who demonstrates superior musicianship and outstanding dedication to the band program over their time here at CHS. This year, the John Philip Sousa Award is given to Ryan Driscoll. Let's hear it for all our seniors, and I wish you all the best of luck as you continue your junior. Before we, hey, I know that guy. Before we finish tonight, I do just want to have a couple thank yous I want to throw out there. Thank you all for your, hey, a couple people, yeah, hey, folks, hey, all right, sorry, I'm distracted. You need a chair? You can't sit? That's fine, grab one, Mosey, you know where they are. I'd like to thank you all for your support, for the continued support of these young musicians. I'd also like to thank all the Cinnaminson music staff throughout the district. The strong music department comes not from any one of its groups or programs, but the sum of the total. The music that we made this evening could not have been possible without your guidance and the guidance you've given these fine young musicians. I want to thank the Cinnaminson Schools Administration, who've been ardent supporters of our program and our vision for growth. Special thanks to high school administration, Mr. Gorman, Mr. Wilkinson, Ms. Galfazade, and Ms. Fisher. Thank you to the CHS music faculty, Brian Bacon and Dave Hercock, for being some of the best human beings I've ever had the pleasure of working with and being truly valued friends. Thank you to the man, the myth, the legend, Daniel Bubba Gaffney. Yes, clap for him. For being an absolute mensch, for being an excellent role model for our students, and for helping to keep them performing and moving while I was out on my paternity leave, and for always being here for us. Thank you, Bubba. Yes, for him again. To our custodial staff, particularly Judy Rex and Dan Woods for setting up the event, and to Mr. Sean Wilson for lights and sound. We could not have done it without you. Yes. And finally, the Cinnaminson community, students and parents alike. You've allowed this small corner of the globe that we call home to become a space for the arts to flourish. Whether it's rides to rehearsals, new reeds, new mouthpieces, drumsticks, concert black at the last minute, even though they've known about it for weeks. All of this is possible because of your support. The boon I ask every time you come and gather with us for these events is simple. If events like this are important to you and your family, if your child has found their outlet, if you've seen your child grow in music, please do not be quiet about it. Community support is more important than ever right now in performing and creative arts. Post about your experiences in music on social media. Reach out to administration and tell them your child's story and what music in our schools means to you and to your family. Thank you again for joining us this evening to celebrate the work of our young musicians. And without further ado, we will conclude our performance with Robert W. Smith's To the Max on the Truck.
Thank y'all so much. Have a wonderful day. One kick. Good job, y'all. Good to see y'all. Honestly,